I'll see ya. Oh. There we go. I'll see ya. Oh, there we go.
I thought you forgot me. I'm here in behalf of, my name is Althea Hase. I'm here in behalf of the 5 seasoned Republican women. We just had our meeting last Tuesday, March 13th. Our guest speaker was Matt Schultz, and our next meeting will be on March 21st. It will be at the Cedar Rapids Country Club at noon. 21, yes, March 21.
Hope it's April.
No, sorry. That is the wrong one. Yes, hold on. April 14th, sorry. This is April 14th. And we also have a district convention in Grinnell on April 21st. Pardon me? So, and I also have here membership if anybody wants to join. It's $35 for membership, and that is also for men also. Yeah, you can also come there and join the Republican women. It's not only women that are there. So I hope to see you there also in the next meeting. Thanks.
Next, Cindy Golding for Dan Zumbach.
Most of you guys know that I'm not running for Senate District 48. Dan Zumbach is, and I'm endorsing him. The Senate District 48 is, the part of Linn County was in Senate District 18. And, of course, as you know, we lost Liz Mathis. I'm encouraging you to help Randy Shannon so that we can beat the pants off of Liz, and I'm encouraging you to help Dan so that all of our area, everything that is in District 48 and in District 34 is currently represented by Democrat senators, and we need to get Republicans down in Des Moines. It's something that is critical. I was there all day on Tuesday watching a fiasco occur as we got bill after bill through the House. And Senator Gronstal sat in a meeting right across from me and just sneered and said, I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. Regardless of the number of petitions we had, regardless of the number of people that were there, regardless of the issue, he just sat in a room full of business people and said, I can bring to the floor whatever I choose to bring to the floor, regardless of whatever any of you say to me. So we have to get rid of that kind of arrogance out of our Senate. And so please do what you can to help our Republican candidates for Senate get elected.
Okay, moving on to county convention.
As you probably all know,
It's Saturday, April 21st.
are you talking district or county?
I'm talking district. Did I say county? I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, let's talk about the county convention. Karen, would you like to come up and read a statement from the Clarion, please?
I received this letter from the Clarion Hotel this last Saturday. On behalf of the management and staff of the Clarion Hotel and Convention Center in Cedar Rapids, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to host your event. It was a pleasure to be of service, and I hope you were pleased with our efforts. I hope we met your expectations in service, food, and facilities. If you have any comments you would like to share, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. We appreciate your business and hope to have an opportunity to work with you again. Thanks for your time. Linda Lovell, Banquet and Catering Manager. We should really give her a big thank you.
County convention, I'll do a quick overview of the convention. Jim, I'd like you to speak about the roles of district people, if you would, junior people. There were 208 attendees at the county convention, and as a result, the count for the district convention delegates is, Justin, current number of delegates?
We just got 5.
5 more today. Okay, so we have 157 delegates, which is our allotment for delegates to district convention. And we now have how many alternates? 7 alternates. If you're not signed up to go to district convention, please do so. Everyone signs up with complete intentions, full intentions of being able to attend. A lot of times come up at district convention time. So if you're an alternate, please go ahead and attend because the opportunity for you to be a participant is quite good. So we'd like to have a full contingent of Linn County Republicans representing Linn County at district convention. The cost is $55, and I have a note up here on carpooling to convention. Mary, do you have anything to add about carpooling?
The reason I put carpooling is if you guys can help people get there, that would be great. Meet somewhere, and if you need someone a ride, email me, and I will try to blast it out on constant contact if this person would like a ride, if you guys can help out. But I'm trying to make sure that we can all get to convention. Because it's really nice traveling with other people. And you have a great time. Last district convention, I carpooled with the people, and we had a great time.
Okay. Is everyone, thank you, Mary. Is everyone getting your emails via constant contact in the minutes of the meeting or the notices?
Yes. No.
I'm looking at, is anybody not getting them? Okay.
I do have about 60 people that are getting bounced back. It's either I have the wrong email or something wrong.
Would you see Mary after the meeting? Because a lot of times we're trying to read handwriting or we just, we transpose letters or something like that.
Please do not take yourselves off the email. There's a few precinct leaders that have taken themselves off and put do not email, so I have to figure a way to get the information.
Okay. So, all right, just to summarize, be sure to meet Mary afterwards, and we want to be sure to get that. Not only as a way for you to get information about us, but really there are times when we're trying to get information out to you as best we can, and constant contact is our best tool. Facebook is okay, but I'd much rather send there's some material that we put out on constant contact that we don't necessarily want to put on Facebook. Okay, so the minutes of the meeting come out via constant contact. And if you know people that are not getting it, tell them also to see us afterwards. Next, I'd like to have a report from those people that went to committee meetings prior to district. For Rules Committee, that was Jim Compton and Tim Pugh. Jim, you want to give a quick?
If I could just go at the end.
You can go at the end, okay. And next was credentials, Janet Johnson and Emma Nemechek. Unfortunately, these two people were not in attendance. The executive committee met tonight, and we find that this is a serious problem that we didn't have representation from Linn County at the district committee level. And as a result, the executive committee has asked me to write a letter of reprimand to Emma and Janet, restricting them from subcommittee activities for the next 2 years. Okay?
Why? I would like to speak to this, and I would like adequate time to speak to this. Because that is the way that things are done. This is a ridiculous motion.
It's not a motion, actually it's a matter of executive committee decision.
Well, I would like to speak to this. I would like to...
You want to let me finish, then I'm going to give you an opportunity to speak. Okay? We had duly elected representatives at convention, nominated and elected, and we had no shows.
When there?
Not at the district level.
Point of information.
One moment. Janet is going to I'm going to give Janet an opportunity to speak. Emmett will have an opportunity to speak also. But I want my point made clear. point is this. If you accept a nomination to represent Linn County, and you've heard me say this before, particularly when we're talking about other influences on the party from higher up. This is Linn County. We ought to act like, behave like, and be represented like Linn County. Now, Janet's going to get an opportunity to speak. I'm going to give her 5 minutes, and that's it. Janet, you can speak. And then, Emma, if you want to speak, you'll be given the same amount of time.
Doesn't point of information have priority?
Okay, point of information. Yes.
Well, first of all, did this committee find out why they couldn't attend?
Yes.
They did find that out?
Yes.
Okay. Should we vote on this?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I mean,
This is an action, not a motion.
so you can't, if there's a reason, a legitimate reason to not attend, that can't be excused?
I'm going to let Janet speak.
Okay. I'm just trying to be fair.
Okay, well, first of all, we were given no notice of this, so obviously we haven't had a chance to prepare any kind of comments other than just a little bit of a sense before the meeting began. So let me tell you that, first of all, we really enjoyed the credentials process at County. We had a fantastic team, and they did a fantastic job, and it was a pleasure and an honor to serve with them. And Emma and Althea and Candace and all of the ladies at the table, and Dee and some other people were here, and Cheryl. So, you know, it's a reasonable thing to, when you've had that kind of experience, to want to take that to the next level. And Emma and I did run for credentials team, and we did receive the nomination for that. I think I had every intention to go, and I just assumed that Emma and I would ride together. I didn't realize that she didn't know the date and the time, and I was thinking near the end of the week, gosh, we haven't set up our time to meet and things yet, so I emailed her on Wednesday night, and then I heard back on Friday morning. I had other obligations, I was out and about, but I picked up my email, and I learned Friday morning that she wasn't going, and she said, well, email Mary Ernson, and I thought, oh, maybe Mary Ernson's going for some reason. I don't know what the reason the execs were. So I thought, okay, that'll work. So I emailed Mary Ernson. She returns my email, and I'm able to pick that up at 3 in the afternoon. She said the only help she could give me was that there was a carpool going, so I was to contact the carpool. So I did. I put out a contact for the carpool. I was out. I didn't return home until 10 or 11 o'clock that night. I hadn't heard back from them yet. So I thought, okay, probably they haven't either picked up their email. They haven't probably heard yet from me, so I'm going to hear in the morning. I did not hear. I started thinking it's probably too late to arrange other things, but I have had electrical problems with my car recently. I have friends. I can have them verify. They've been out there with flashlights looking down at night when my car wouldn't start. I was at Walmart a week or two ago, and my car wouldn't start. I came out nothing. And I had an injury to my knee that I've been in therapy for, and, you know, just throughout the day I can put some weight on it, but to walk any kind of distance would be really difficult, and I was very nervous about the prospect of driving up there on my own. And I didn't know the area, and I really did not want to get caught out somewhere where I really wasn't in a position to take care of myself, get somewhere safe. And I realized at some point I was thinking, oh, I can get some of the people from Iowa City, and it's like, no, they cut the district. And I know those people, I thought, well, probably there's somebody I can catch from there. But and I did have obligations in the afternoon. The platform people I might have been able to catch a ride with, but they would have been there all night. And I just found myself in an untenable situation. And I didn't know what to do. And the time passed. And I have been part of credentials at the state and the district before. Those meetings are generally pretty short. They're pretty procedural. You know, they decide things like what are the land use going to look like, what are the credentials going to look like. They might decide who's going to go around and collect and in the end tally up the, you know, who did what and make the credentials report and things. But it is something that you can catch up on and be caught up on. And we've already initiated that process for that to begin through the state central committee member and through Ryan Gooch at the Republican Party of Iowa to make remedial efforts. And I did not want to miss that meeting, and I felt badly. And I would hope that you would not agree that a concern over a poorly functioning electrical system in a car is a caution that I should override. But I would also say if we are going to elevate this kind of a breakdown in communication and ability to get somewhere to this kind of a level, then we need to be fair. Let me first say that there's a couple of maxims that come to my mind. One is to err is human, but to forgive is divine. And the other is the house divided against itself shall not stand. Now, Steve, I know that you have wanted to set a different tone in this committee and not divide this committee against itself. I know that was your stated objective. I think this is a highly divisive kind of a thing, but if you, as a committee, are not going to agree to live by those kind of principles, then I would say let us live equally on whatever principles you're choosing, which means we are going to bring every error that we have seen to the light. We are going to address it, and we are going to consider the proper consequences. And I will say that we will need to set aside a large amount of time, because even as I stand here, there are things that have bothered me and have concerned me that I have not made a large platform for, but that could certainly be addressed, and that will have to be the way that this committee goes if we are going to have any integrity whatsoever. Thank you.